Good morning, Greensburg, Keystone Church, Pastor Nate here. I hope you're having a wonderful day, or I hope you just woke up and you're ready to start a wonderful day, and that your mind's geared towards just getting in that right place. And so that's why you've come to this video. This is your daily dose of encouragement. And man, I hope that I'm able to bring that in some way. Many of you have encouraged me just by being able to talk to you and interact with you in some way. That's so wonderful, and I really, really appreciate everybody that is so supportive and that watches these videos and does all the things that you do. Thank you so much for doing that. The good news story of the day. Maybe it's not a good news story of today, but it is a good news story. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all these crazy things that, to be totally honest with you, that were incredible when they came out. That's an incredible thing, right? Technology is absolutely amazing, and the way that it webs or nets us all together, that's incredible. But who would have thought the usefulness of it now? Who would have thought that this would be the future and the idea of what it does and how it helps in this? It's done a lot of really bad things. It's done a lot of really terrible things, right? And I can't say that it's good overall, but it is definitely being used for good. And I'm so thankful for all the technology and the abilities that we have in this day and this age to get us through this time together. So that's your good news story of the day, technology. It's a pretty cool thing. I want to read to you from James chapter 1, verse 5. Here's what it says. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. These verses that we've been looking at the last couple of days have always been there for me, but they're coming alive in a new way. Because here's the reality. How many of you have found in this time and in this situation, you found yourself having to make decisions that feel really weighty? Man, that's something that I don't think any of us were prepared for. For me personally, deciding how we go forward with having faith, but then also leading a church when we meet together. What's the proper steps there? What's the cautions that should be made, and how should we think through it? And what are the ramifications that will come from all of that? All of a sudden, these decisions that I had never thought about felt like a great weight. But then I went home, and we got these warnings and these things that we're supposed to do to protect our families and to protect our community. And it just feels like there's this huge weight on us, and there's a lot to think about and to consider in all of this. And it feels, to me personally, I've kind of been overwhelmed with the amount of decisions that I've made, and I've wondered, am I making enough decisions, or have I made the right decisions? And as I've gone back and forth there, that's when this verse jumped out at me. I can remember years ago, a mentor friend of mine, when I called him and asked him some advice on a really big decision that I had to make in my life, he said, Nate, as a leader, here's the best thing that I can tell you. Make a decision. Make an informed decision after prayer and reading the Word of God and doing those things. And after that, make the decision and don't look back. I want to encourage you with that. Some of you are facing some big decisions, some scary thoughts, and some weighty things, and guiding people and helping people through this. And you maybe have seen the coronavirus break through that in some way, or you have experienced fear of that happening, and you're wondering if everybody's going to blame you, if it becomes something that you've done that caused all of this. And I want to caution you there. I want to encourage you to really pray today for wisdom. Wisdom in how to make your decisions. And if you don't have wisdom, then pray that God gives you wisdom. I'm not teaching or talking about careless living here, because I think careless living leads to consequences, and that's not what this passage is about. This passage is about the leader, the father, the mother, the business leader, whatever it may be, that is needing wisdom and is seeking wisdom from God and is genuinely, carefully thinking about what's before them. If you ask for wisdom, God will give it. That's the promise. But you need to ask in a way that you don't doubt. Not doubt that what you want to happen will come true. That's not what it's talking about. What it says here is he who doubts that he'll receive wisdom. That's where the doubt is the problem. So if you're doubting that God gives wisdom, then please understand that you're not going to receive wisdom. But if you really, really need wisdom today, like I do every single day, on how to lead those kids and how to organize your house and how to do all the things that you have going on today with all of this confusion and chaos going on, I want to challenge you that if that's a real thing for you, pray to God and ask for wisdom. That's what I'm praying for you and for me. I'm praying that we have wisdom today as we walk through the decisions that we have to walk through today. I love you, and I'm praying for you, and I hope you keep going. It's going to get better. Good things are on the horizon, and God's got great things planned, so get ready. I hope you have a great day.